Hey there guys, TheRamosOnline here, bringing you some Splatoon tips and tricks that I think will really help people improve their gameplay, I guess. So let's just dive right into it because I suck at intros. Sounds a bit quiet, doesn't it? If your Splatoon sounds like this, then you've actually got your sound settings set incorrectly. To fix that, just go to your system settings and set your sound to stereo. By default, we use the set to surround, and that can prevent a lot of sounds from actually being heard. Once you've done that, your game should sound like this. Pretty simple. Turn on the motion controls. Trust me, you really want to learn how to use motion controls in this game because it provides a much easier aiming experience. That's an experience now, aiming your weapon. If you can't get used to them, don't worry, just do the single player mode with them turned on and you'll quickly grow used to them. Also, try adjusting the camera sensitivity. I personally play between 0 and +5, but -5 works well for chargers. Learn how to ink hop. I'm not sure if it has an official term, but ink hopping is basically using just enough ink for you to submerge yourself in, and then jumping back out and creating more ink to jump into. It's faster than running and provides a lot of high mobility, allowing you to move through enemy turf quite quickly and easily without having to stop and shoot, so it makes you harder to kill as well. Learn how to wall sit. I'm not sure if wall sitting has an official name, but basically what you want to do is just kind of stay stationary while submerged in a wall. You do this by holding the control stick ever so slightly up, so you aren't gaining height, but you aren't dropping down either. With Ninja Squid, you are still completely visible while hidden on a wall, so it's not really a good place for hiding in plain sight, but you can use it to get the drop on people, or get them from a lip, like right now, they wouldn't know I'm there. It also works well for recovering ink in places you wouldn't normally be able to recover ink from, like a place where the only solid ground is a grating. If there's a wall behind you, cover that wall in ink, and if you run out of ink, just hop into the wall, no need to drop down. So it's a really good technique to get down. Kinda slow, right? And that's with max sensitivity. Luckily, there's a faster way of turning in Splatoon. Y-turning. Y-turning seems simple on paper, but it can be kind of hard to get down perfectly. Basically, you want to be facing your inkling in the direction you want to look. Then press the Y button. Your camera will snap behind your inkling and you'll be looking in that direction. It allows you to do really quick 180 turns, 90-degree turns, and so on and so forth. It can be pretty hard to get down in the moment, so you might want to spend some time practicing this. You may have noticed that while submerged in ink, you take a while to turn around. You have to stop first, and then you turn around. Kind of like actually swimming in water. Well, luckily enough, there's a quicker way of turning. I don't know if it has an official name, but I like to call it snap turning. In hindsight, quick turn would make more sense, but names aside, basically what you want to do is, as you begin to turn, you want to let go of the submerge button. As you can see from this footage here, I come out of the ink very briefly as I begin to turn around. Doing this, you can make some pretty sharp turns, as you can see here. Squid-tastic. And as a bit of an extra, I figured I would explain how damage up works, because it's a bit confusing at first, but just bear with me. Every weapon has its own minimum required shots to kill. For example, Splatter Shot needs at least 3 hits to kill. Regardless of how much damage up you have, you can never make it kill in 2 hits. Every weapon has a baseline, and you cannot go under the baseline. So what does damage up do then? Well, basically, it counters defense up, because with enough defense ups, I can make the Splatter Shot kill me in 4 hits instead of 3. Damage up counters that. Also, if you do not get a direct hit, and you graze someone, that does not deal the maximum weapon damage, which means it might take you 4 hits or even 5 to kill someone if you can't get a direct hit on them. Damage up also reduces this because, as you would expect, the damage of your grazing attacks goes up as well. So it basically makes your attacks not required to be as accurate, if that makes any sense. Also, it reduces the amount of charge required to one-hit kill someone with the charger. So these are the reasons you might want to have damage up, but if you're stacking damage up thinking it is making you kill people in less hits, then that isn't what it's doing at all. So I just figured I'd mention that. And that about wraps up my tips and tricks for Splatoon. Hopefully some of these will be things you didn't know and will help you improve your gameplay. And there's a plane flying backwards in the background. I'm TheRamosOnline, and thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you like what you see, remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It really does help a lot. It lets me know that I'm making videos that people actually enjoy watching. So, I'm going to go ahead and board a backwards flying plane, and I'll see you lovely people next time.